Useless degrees. Do you have one? Apparently, many of us out there do.
It's pretty funny that people are that naive that they think university is actually doing them any good. Universities own some of the most expensive buildings in town. And you know who owns universities? The government. It's just like government schooling. They're still indoctrinating you, keeping you poor. Basically, you're starting your life, you're in your 20s, and you've got university debt. And what have you got? You've got no income while you're at uni. So they're just putting you behind. And they're not teaching you jobs that are making good money unless you're going to be a doctor or you have to have a degree for a certain trade. These trades don't earn the money that online makes people now, but they don't teach you that because they don't want you to get ahead. If you're aspiring to be a good high-end income earner, you need to be self-employed and get your head out of the corporate government program.
Comment here. My daughter's course has been changed to entirely online. What is the point? The lectures don't even do face to face. Absolute ripoff. Another one here says, I was just thinking about this. My son is studying electrical engineering. The car parking fees alone are out of control. Because it's not just attending university. When you're driving to college, you have all the other fees associated with college life. If you live at the dorm, that's a set of expenses right there. If it's a commuter college, that means you're driving every time you need to attend class, you're driving there and back. That's a different set of expenses. Parking tickets, parking stickers, it all adds up.
I want to do something that makes me happy, and I also want to earn money. So, well, the social media thing doesn't work out. I don't know what to do. Fashion school is cool and glamorous, but what the hell do you do after you graduate? I'm doing my bachelor's next year, and I have no idea what job I want to do later. I don't know if it's just me, but honestly, like office work makes me wanna. I think everyone just knows me as the fashion student or fashion intern. That is absolutely unfortunate because there's not a single job that I want to do in the fashion industry, and
Comment here, currently in fashion school. And for what I've noticed from my own professors, you really can't get anywhere if you don't first take that unpaid internship from hell. Another comment says, I studied fashion for 4 years and graduated, and now I work at the bank. This is a harsh dose of a reality check there. They realized once they got involved with the fashion degree, wasn't going to get you anywhere. A lot of times these people, they jump into a degree because it sounds cool. It's like, oh, that sounds interesting. So they get pumped up for it, but they're getting pumped up for the idea of it and without thinking about the reality. What's it sound like? Okay, that interests me. Pretty cool. But what's the day to day? What's the nitty gritty, the nuts and bolts of that degree? What's it going to get me for employment opportunities when I graduate? A lot of people are not thinking about those things. And the first clip I just played of those two in a row, she said she wasn't interested in the jobs that that degree would provide and open the doors for opportunities in that field, and she's not interested in. That's why it's very important at the beginning, before you take the plunge, you dive into that degree program, you got to think about this through because it's a huge investment of time, energy, money, and if you're not even going to enjoy the outcome, what's the point? You definitely got to be interested in the jobs that it provides once you obtain that degree.
I know my degree was in Chicano studies and I got a minor in film.
What?
Chicano studies.
Tell me.
What? You need to go to LA. Chicano, it's a culture, Mexican American.
And you got a degree in that?
Yes.
On purpose?
Kind of. I wanted to connect. Yeah, I wanted to connect to my roots. And
Cool. Go to a seminar, go to a cultural landmark, or read a book, and then don't get a degree that is going to determine the careers you're going into right outside of college that you're then going to likely build for the rest of your life. Because you're not getting a job in Mexican American studies.
I could go back to school.
So, to be clear,
Yes. it.
Yeah?
Yes.
What are you laughing about?
I'm just laughing.
Why?
Comment here about that. Chicano studies equals unemployed. Who would have thought? The real scam is that colleges offer this as an option. Yeah. Yeah, they're offering this as some opportunity for some great career path. Again, I'm not wasting my higher education on this. He says he could just talk to his grandma if he wants to be educated in his culture. The other guy says he lives in Mexico. He says no, he sees no point in that degree. The mindset some people that are attending college, you got to wonder where it is. What are they thinking? Where's their mind when they're diving into this? There are many degrees out there which you know are not going to get you where in life, and the advent of the internet, which has been around for a while now, a few clicks and you can figure out if a degree is going to be worth your time and effort. So where are these people's minds when they're diving into this? You could easily learn something that you're interested in if you're just interested in the topic and you have no interest in doing it as a career. Yet some people, they jump in, they dive in that deep side of the pool, man, and they're flying blind. And they're surprised when it turns around and bites them in the ass down the road.
Today, I'm graduating from Columbia University with a degree in film.
What kind of job can you get when you graduate?
The same type of jobs you get before you get a degree in film. You could produce, you could direct, you could PA, you could be a writer, you could profess. I want to be a showrunner. A TV showrunner is typically the executive producer / head writer of a series.
How much could you make in this field?
I don't know, like a couple 100,000 millions. If you're a showrunner, but it's like very few get to be showrunner,
This Columbia student, the choice that he made, I understand he spent about 60 grand to attend Columbia University to obtain that degree. They get you the same type of job that he could get without having the degree. Make that make sense. Like I said before, if you're just interested in a topic, go learn that off on your own. Many times for free. You definitely don't want to go into student loan debt or something like that. And if you enjoy my content, I appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, share, and definitely leave a comment for me. I want to know what you guys are experiencing out there. Maybe you're 40 plus years old and you did this back in the day and you can share your experience, how it was back then, and maybe now your kids, they have a new experience. So share those in the comments and I'll see you in the next round.